this video, I am going to teach you how to evaluate the integrals involving the trigonometric functions by U substitution method. So there are two cases to deal with such situations. The first case, when you will find two trigonometric functions inside the integral sign. Let's suppose you have a question given in the form of sine to the power 4x and cosine x dx. So inside the integral sign, you can see you have a trigonometric function sine x and also a trigonometric function cosine x. So in such cases, what you have to do, you take one of them as the composite function. So the first thing is find out which one can be the complex function. Of course, the function with a power will be taken as a complex or the composite function. Reason is that it has a trigonometric function and also there is a power. Now number two, you have to see that do you have the derivative of the inner function inside the question or not. If you have, then it means you are at the right place and you have to apply the case 1 of U substitution method. So the derivative of sine x is cosine x. Once you find the derivative, ignore the derivative, ignore the dx, ignore the integral sign in the answer. Just attack on the outer function, that means the power, because power here is your outer function. So use the power rule because you are saying that there is a power. So it means you are going to use the power rule. So what you have to do in that case is you write the sine x means the inner function as it is. In the power you add 1 and the same thing you divide. It means 5. And plus c if it is an integral, indefinite integral, and you apply the limits if it is definite integrals. So that's all. So let's practice some of the questions related with the trigonometric functions, with the two trigonometric functions. So again, repeat it for you. I am going to repeat it that in case 1, if you are dealing with two of the trigonometric function, consider one of the trigonometric function as your complex function, no matter what is its power. But make sure that the derivative of the inner function of that composite function is written in the code. We will try to solve these questions directly without applying the long way. And in other video, I will tell you how to use the long way of the U substitution method. So let's see. Solve question number 1, sine square x cosine x. So of course we have seen that sine square x is a complex function. The reason is that you have a sine x and also there is a power. So in that case you have to ask yourself, what is the derivative of sine x? Cosine x. Now check, do you have the cosine x in the question? Yes, I have. If you have, ignore the cosine x means the derivative, ignore the dx, ignore the integral sign in the answer. Write the inner function, that means sine x, as it is because you are going to apply the power rule. And add 1 in the power, so it will become 3. Whatever you are getting as a power, you have to divide with the same number in the power rule. And plus c. That's all. Now, solve another question. Cos cube x sine x. So where is your complex function? Of course it is cos x power 3 because it has a power. Now inner function is cosine x. What is the derivative of cosine x? So the derivative of cosine x is negative sine x. Check. In the question, do you have negative sine x in the question? No, I have sine x, but I don't have the negative sign. Whatever you don't have, write inside and outside the function. Now, once it is done, you are going to ignore the complete negative sign x which is inside the integral sign in the answer because it is derivative. You will ignore the dx, you will not write this dx, you will not write the integral sign. The negative that is outside the integral sign, write it in your answer. Attack on the power, so it becomes cos x power 4 because 3 plus 1 is 4, and divide with the same number over 4 plus c. Now here, check one more question. 10 cube x secant square x. Now you see both has the power. So this is the special case, but see where is the derivative. So let's suppose 10 cube x. So you are considering 10x whole power cube as your complex function, and the derivative of 10x is sec square x, which is present in the question. So see, we choose the function whose derivative is written beside. So sec square x. Now if it is done, what you will do, you will attack on the power, means write the 10x as it is, add 1 in the power will gives you 4 over 4 plus c. So this is very simple if you practice at least 10 questions of such kinds. Now two more questions and then we will be finished. So if there is something in the denominator, bring it up. So it will become sin x, and if you bring the cosine x on the top, so the power sign will be changed. It will be power negative 5x and dx. Ask yourself, which is my composite function? Of course, the function which has a power is your composite function. So cosine x whole power negative 5. Where is your inner function? Cos x is your inner function. What is the inner function's derivative? Negative sine x. Now I have sine x in the question, but I don't have the negative sign. So I write the negative inside, I write the negative outside. The negative which I wrote inside will also be ignored because it is a derivative. Now how to write the answer? I will write the cos x as it is. I add 1 in the power, so it will give you minus 4 over minus 4 plus c. That is all. Now, one last question. First of all, you have to bring the square root of cot x whole to the power 5 on the top. But as you all know, that whenever something is inside, let's suppose it is f of x, okay, something is inside the square root and that function also has the power, you always write it in the power form and always write in over out. The power will be in over out. If nothing is written, it means automatically you can assume it is 2 written. So in is 5, out is 2. So this can be written as 5 over 2. So here we can write it as cosec square x and here dx over cot x in over out. So in is 5 and out is 2. Now bring this cot x on the top. And when you will bring it on the top, the sign of the power will be changed. So cosec square x cot x to the power negative 5 over 2 dx. Now ask yourself, what do you think which one is your complex function? So look, very easy. If you see that the cot x, if you take the cot x whole power negative 5 over 2 as a complex function, so why you are taking this thing? Because the derivative of cot x is negative cosec square x. It is already there. So make sure that you remember all the derivatives of the function, because if you will not remember, the life will become miserable because it will not help you in doing such kind of difficult questions. So the derivative of cot x is negative cosec square x. So write the negative inside, write the negative outside. Now this negative you have to copy down as it is. The derivatives you will ignore, the dx you ignore, the integral sign you ignore while writing the answer. You will write the cot x as it is because inner function we never change. Now add 1 in the power, negative 5 by 2 plus 1 will gives you negative 3 over 2 over divide with the same numbers, that is negative 3 over 2, and plus c because it is the indefinite integral. Now negative 1 divided by negative 3 over 2, it will gives you positive 2 over 3. Now cot x with the power negative 3 by 2 is a negative power, so bring it down to make it positive. So write down in the denominator cotangent x and the power will become positive, that is 3 over 2, and plus c will be your answer. So this is how we deal with the questions directly. And believe me, it doesn't take more than 30 seconds if you remember all the rules of derivatives and you are the master of and you remember all the rules of anti-derivatives, then it will become so easy for you to deal with such kind of the questions.